Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how's your day? I hope you are in a good condition. My name is Viga Deandra Salvita. I am from 4B class English Education Department, Islamic State University, Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. And today is a special day because I'm gonna make a video review about the article that I have summary before, and the topic is Suggestopedia. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, before we start the discussion, I want to tell you what is Suggestopedia. Suggestopedia is a learning method that combines psychological techniques, music, visual art, and physical comfort in the learning environment. Its goal is to create a relaxed and comfortable atmosphere so that the student can better receive and process information. This method utilizes music, visual art, relaxation, dramatic dialogue, and the creation of a comfortable classroom settings. So, these are the 10 contents that we will materials on today's occasion. All of these contents tells about Suggestopedia method. The first one is Suggestopedia method as an effective method in learning reading comparison for senior high school by Devi Murpidasari and Dianovita. Based on problems mentioned above, the author wrote this article to solve them and to give suggestions for making the teaching and learning process more interesting. The author used Lozanov's recommendation to select the Suggestopedia method. During the learning process, classical music is played. It will allow students to unwind and enjoy the learning process. As the others state, Lozanov studies the Suggestopedia method and conclude that relaxation technique and concentration will help students open their subconscious resource and acquire and master more vocabulary and structure more than they think. According to the study's findings and discussions, the conclusion of the study has proven that the Suggestopedia method can have a significant impact on students' reading comprehension. And the second one is the effect of using Suggestopedia among student speaking ability by Yuli Pujiastuti. Based on the problems mentioned above, the author wrote this article to solve them and to give suggestions for making the teaching and learning process more interesting. The author recommends that the teacher should use an interesting technique that allows students to enjoy learning without being afraid of making mistakes. And the recommended interesting method is the Suggestopedia method. The author believes that by using this method, students will be motivated and to express themselves or to say something in English. According to the finding and discussion of the research, the conclusion of this study has proven that Suggestopedia method is effective to increase students' speaking ability. And the third one is impact of the modern day Suggestopedia approach in pedagogy and learning the English language skill. Writing and speaking as a sample in Wasit School of Excellence in 2022 by Maitien Sarhan Al-Hamad and Ali Ismail Hama Murad Al-Jab. Based on the statement above, the author aimed this research at the importance of applying Suggestopedia as a contemporary method in teaching and learning the English language skill. Writing and speaking at School of Excellence in Iraq. Also, the study infers and finds out that students are understanding, comprehending, and recognizing that the contemporary methods are so important in learning the English language skill. Writing and speaking, as a hypothesis, have shown significant silences and importance of such asset to be carried out by teacher and instructor with its factor and participles. According to the discussion, the data have been analyzed showing the significance of Suggestopedia on learning and teaching, particularly teaching the English language skill, writing and speaking. The fourth one is Developing Islamic Suggestopedia-based classroom management at Islamic boarding schools in Lampung Province by Muhammad Dini Handoko, Ilham Khalid, Muhammad Ihsan Dahol Fani, Ida Umami, Siti Fatimah, Koderi, Jamal Fahri, and Yunita Wildaniati. The purpose of this research is aimed to analyze, validate, and test the effectiveness of class management in Islamic boarding school in Lampung Province, so that a good class management method is needed, so that students have their pleasure while studying in schools or Islamic boarding school. The author's major finding from the result of limited trial and extensive trial indicate that Islamic Suggestopedia is able to improve the quality of class management. Okay, next, Suggestopedia method effect on reading descriptive text at senior high school by Syarif. The objective of this research is to investigate if there is any treatment effect on the participants' behaviors or their internal process, or improvement on the course studying they follow in a certain classroom. According to the finding and discussion of the research, at the beginning, the researchers have pre-tests in experimental class and controlled class. In the controlled class, there is not a new treatment in a teaching-learning process. They were given a usual treatment. In the experimental class, there is a treatment in teaching-learning process. The researchers used Suggestopedia method. Based on the posted result, it was proven that the reading comprehension showed the difference in both experimental and controlled class. So, in improving students' reading comprehension in descriptive text at the 10th grade students at one of senior high school in Jambi City. Okay, next, improving Indonesian students' rhetorical skills through Suggestopedia by Suprapto and Rio Kurniawan. Based on the problem mentioned above, the author wrote this article to solve them and to give suggestions for managing the teaching rhetorical to be more creative and has a big influence on improving student learning outcome. The author also expects the result of this study to give information about teaching method appropriate to the material of rhetoric, enhance, motivate, at lessons of rhetoric, and develop learning method in accordance with language skill, especially speaking skill. This can be seen the value and competence of student learning that has been increased. And next, new humanistic method in foreign language teaching, Suggestopedia, Suggestopedia by Radostina Mihaleva. This article will provide a brief overview of the basic and effectiveness of using Suggestopedia, Suggestopedia. According to the article findings, the Suggestopedia teaching method had the following effect. The first one is, it encourages positive attitude and motivation in learners. And the second one, they can use their hidden reserves to overcome normative standards. And the third one, by adopting new identities, they can overcome their fear of failure and mistake. And the last one is, it has a positive impact of humanity. The article also states that the observations and conclusion of 20 UNESCO experts from around the world who visited Dr. Lozanov's Institute and the experimental Suggestopedia primary school in Sofia. And next, improving the students' reading comprehension through the use of Suggestopedia method by Adi Chandra, Yuneva, and Elva Utami. Based on the problems mentioned above, the author wrote this article to solve them and to give suggestions for managing the teaching reading skills to be more creative and has a big influence on improving students' learning outcome. In this research, the researchers intend to overcome the problems to improve students' reading comprehension by using Suggestopedia method. The researchers have to pretest to measure the students' reading comprehension skill. And the result shows that in the pretest 1 and 2, the students still lack of understanding the ability to reading comprehension in narrative text. And next, implementing Suggestopedia learning method in developing writing ability of civil engineering students by Jufrianto, Krisunde Jacob, Ahmad Nusi, and Hindri Febriana Sari. The objective of the research is to find out whether or not the first semester students of the KGG study program in Civil Engineering Department of Polytechnic Negeri Ambon can develop their writing ability through Suggestopedia learning method. According to the article finding, in the pretest of experimental class, it's shown that ability of the first semester student of the KGG study program in Civil Engineering Department of Polytechnic Negeri Ambon in writing was still low. However, after implementing the Suggestopedia method, it was discovered that students' writing abilities improved. The researchers conclude that the use of Suggestopedia learning method can improve the writing ability of the first semester students of the KGG study program in Civil Engineering Department of Polytechnic Negeri Ambon. And the last one is the application of Suggestopedia on oral English teaching in junior high school by Liang Yiswan and Guo Fang. Based on the problem mentioned above, the objective of the other create article is to make a feasibility analysis on applying this teaching method into English oral teaching of middle school. Analyze relevant oral teaching cases in detail. After that, the advantage and disadvantage are summarized, which will help Suggestopedia better be put into teaching practice. This is an oral English class for the 7th grade of junior middle high school. The choice of using Suggestopedia to organize English teaching worked very well and achieved the established teaching goal to make English teaching class not only learn grammar, vocabulary, and sentence pattern, but also develop students' ability of daily conversation. This allows the advantage of Suggestopedia to be full demonstrated in this type of class. By arranging a comfortable classroom, pretest grading movement as well as music from accompaniment, they can create a happy circumstance so as to eliminate the tension of the students and reduce their mental pressure. It is easy to stimulate the students' imagination and memory so that the brain can quickly work. Okay, that's all from me. Hence summary article. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.